episode on Gym Boss Rebirth podcast. We're here with Fedrick Dacres, juggernaut. I call him the juggernaut for track and field sports. And basically, find out more about him, more about his ethics, his business practice, his discipline in the sports, and how far it has taken just for Fedrick. Respect.
Yes, sir, man, bro.
So, Fedrick, all the way I come from UA, used to work out together in the gym. One thing that basically was, inspiring to me was that he always lift the heaviest weights, and the type of lifting that he did was very unconventional, like a lot of
snatches, clean,
deadlift.
Yeah, man. So, yeah, man, I think like everything is, it's a general thing for, or events, so yeah.
Because if you should put it, I think Fedrick would be stronger than most of the current professional bodybuilding title holders. I think so.
Yeah.
You put yourself but definitely you can't say that. Yeah. So how it has been?
I can't complain. Coming off COVID and everything, it's been, a struggle, but it is what it is, and everything's getting better now, so I can't complain at all. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right, so let's go over some of the accomplishments in track and field that you have under your belts. You know it better than me. You want to list to the ones that you held in highest regard to,
All right. I guess highest accomplishment at this point would be, the World Silver Medal. Medal in 2019. Diamond League champion, Diamond League record holder at the time. I guess Pan Am record holder. Commonwealth record holder. Nakak. Yeah, a few.
So how was the training even for the silver, when you win the silver, what was the training like?
Funny enough, I was actually coming back from surgery, So like I basically did not do lower body because it affected my knee. So but I did like deadlifts, snatch, cleans, and all of that. The power exercises and all.
So you think that affected your performance?
Yes, it did because I was not comfortable, as comfortable as I would want to be. But in terms of physical readiness, I was ready, but I knew that something was missing. But can't complain. Get a silver. So
injury. Many athletes experience injury during the sports, and that's one of the things you want to not experience.
Yeah.
It slow you up. Or you try what's a team around you to try to prevent injury. And when does this injury normally occur? During training, off period, or during actually the competition?
No, let me tell you, you can't tell when an injury is coming. Like, believe me, you can just be walking down that stairs and you just drop straight to you. Like my latest injury, I was just in the bathroom and I slipped and I fell. Put on my hand, tear a ligament. That threw me off completely. The one before that, slipped in the bathroom again. At that point, I think the bathroom is my rival. Believe me, almost every one of my injuries, I slip. Mash up my knee. I don't know, but it probably means my floor is better or something like that. I probably put in carpet in my bathroom or something like that. But I slip. So, yeah, did surgery. I think one of my injuries was actually in competition where actually, kind of tore my ACL. Mm-hmm. But I did an arthroscopy and I actually got that, got that all the way. So, but I think my worst yet was the simplest, which was just a scapula on a tear.
What's that?
A scapula is alright, so you have two small bones in the hand. Well, two small ligaments in the two small bones in the hand. Mm-hmm. Between those two bones is a small 2 millimeter ligament. I slipped and I fell and I tore the small 2 millimeter ligament. When I tell you that, it's no, believe me, barely. But that tear prevented me from doing this. And this is a major, twisting the hand like this. Yeah. This was a major part of this.
Are you done with the right hand?
Yeah.
That you throw with?
Yeah. So I could not throw.
Wow.
Right? But that was in 2021. I powered through that and actually ended in the Diamond League third So I've never not been in the top 3 in the Diamond League every time I've gone to the final. Yeah.
But just imagine if you were injury free.
Yeah, but you know, I believe that nothing accidental. Everything was supposed to happen.
For real?
Yeah, nothing. Like if it drop now, there's no accident. Everything they make fam. So I'm not really stressed about like these small things. Because you know, that a waste of energy. It happened already. Can't stress. Just have to get over it and get on.
Is it that you don't stress or the people around you are kind of more disappointed? The country
Funny
itself,
enough, alright, so
coach.
Alright, let me tell you. Funny enough, I simplify everything. Why complicate it? I got an injury, right? That's fine. I was injured. How do we get back? What do I need to do to get back? Where do I need to go to get back? So I'm not the one who's going to, you know, to nitpick and say, okay, cool, I need to do this because I need to do this, I need to do some piece, I need to do this because I need to get this done and whatever, blah, blah, blah. That stress the mind. I can't bother with that. I think I oversimplify. So, for example, to be the best in what you do, what do? Train hard.
Be disciplined,
right? So now you have some people that say, all right, cool, I need to get this between this time. I need to get this between this time. If you don't get this between this time, what are you going to do? Stress about it. The whole thing you do, simplify, get up, eat, sleep, train. If you have a business, they start out their business. Get people who you know that are supportive of you and make sure you have a solid team. So if it is that you need to do something outside of track and field, that's taken care of. So you don't have to stress about that, right? So things like that, as I say, oversimplify.
So if you have a tight unit, because you can be there, try to be positive and work through the solution and somebody behind you.
Yeah.
Oh my God, what's happening?
Yeah, what's happening and all that. Yes, things like that stress people. Like, I believe that diamonds are made under pressure. When you honor the person, you pressure yourself, right? So if you know ease back and say, all right, cool, what me need for, all right, this comes into it. Like, you have to care for the relationships, if you get what I'm saying.
The circle or with yourself?
Your circle and yourself, like things like that, everything correlates, right? If it is that, all right, for example, you have a significant other. When you're in the highest competition in your life, she has stressed about things were unnecessary at the time, right?
I was going to touch on that. It's important for athletes to have significant others when they're at their peak performance.
All right, let me tell you. It works for some, it might not work for others. You have some people who they are very good by themselves because the only thing they have to worry about themselves, right? But then you have others who relish the chance to actually be there for more than, you know, themselves. So for example, if me have a wife or whatever and she say, all right, cool, boo, me need you to do this because whatever needs to be done, blah, blah, blah. In your mind, they say, yeah, man, me not do this to myself. You know what I mean? So even with the person like who is alone, like the single person or whatever, you're not really doing it for yourself. You're doing it for yourself and your coach and the people who they behind you, who support you. But that's a whole different thing. But when you have your person and say, yo, Poopa, get the job done because, right,
You have to wait.
mindset change, work mode. You know what I mean? You need to get this done because you're not doing it for you because it affects other people, right? So things like that now. And you need to have somebody who knows you, right? So if it is that you're in a situation like that, don't come to me when, if it is that something happen, you know, said during this period when I'm going to compete, please do not come to me with this. Because now I'm going to start thinking about that when I'm supposed to focus on competition. I've had friends like, even like, I was talking coming in track and field, no one friend them say, yo, brother, care for the person where you talk to. Because that same person might be a downfall. You know what I mean? Because you can't, as I say, you can't have, when you're supposed to be doing your job, you have people in your ears that ninging you.
And it's always some mundane things. It's basic.
It is always the simplest, I think, because it's like, you see when you get busy, you cannot give that person all the attention. Then, when you are when you're supposed to do it, them feel like them need to come in and say, okay, cool, because you never give me attention here, now me I come to you. So it's like a tit for tat thing.
So you feel that most athletes are not performing optimally because Jamaica have a girlish culture, more girl than bongo type of thing. Most of the athletes are not dedicated to the craft. They're not disciplined enough, to prioritize the thing. Because you have a short period, you don't become an athlete forever.
Yeah, because you have age, everything.
Physicality, and
Yeah, man, I understand totally. Alright, so like, I just feel like they are, this is sound off of stuff, but I just feel like them nowadays athletes, them just do it for the likes. You know what I mean? So you have some athletes who legit, the old time athletes, them do it because them don't know out there and them do it for the love of it, right? Them don't know what them can get from geography. Most of them can do, I just say, Ray. But this is because, like, alright, so I'm sponsored by Puma. When I got sponsored by Puma, I was about like 20, right? But you have these athletes nowadays, them I get sponsored from them in high school. So now them still like big life. So them I say, alright, cool. So now me was Puma sponsored athlete in high school. You get to pin them one bungalow things from them young. So when them get old, them just not have nothing for work for. So you see what I say? So the shoe giants, them need to work on that. You can't, alright, if me in a high school, I did for go school, right? But me I run or me I jump or me I throw or whatever. But whatever me I do, me dip on top of my game. Then somebody come in and start, because you can't give them money, because that's child labor. But you give them incentive, you give them clothes. Them realize that after them done this, them have a little money for coming. You think that me I go pay attention to school?
So you say
children normally go for what they for give them more like happiness.
Yeah, so
dopamine, spike them dopamine level.
Entice them too early can be detrimental.
Yeah, of course, because them not have nothing to work for.
Talking about that, because you're not just an athlete, many persons don't know that you're very competent academic-wise. So what was your year of study again?
Alright, so major in sociology, minor in social policy and development, and next minor in social psychology. So it's all about the mind and reading. So but I'm telling you, as I said, people go for what? The hype, the hype. I'm an athlete.
Alright, so it's a sports competition and all of that. As I said, I would promote schoolboy and schoolgirl to be the best of their ability during that period and then can move on. You think that they're being supported too much in that level? Most people say no. I can't
say they're being supported too much, but it's how you support them, right? And it's not even how. You can't even blame the shoe giants or do whatever. You have to have like a solid team behind you. Because when all is said and done, you're pitney. Me at 18 is a whole different mindset like me at 20, 22.
But somebody that listen to this now, Fedrick, can say, you basically talking because you already achieve all of that so you get the sponsorship. So why talk about that? If it's their time and they can get it,
I'm saying nothing is wrong with that, It's all, I'm not blaming the children, I'm blaming their support staff, right? Because when all is said and done, pitney. The knowledge where pitney have, you're supposed to like far exceed that as an adult. So say, alright, cool, this thing like, it's just for a period. The most you can get, well, it depends on your sport still. But they can't even say that no more because the whole narrative has changed now because old people are doing well in track and field. No offense, not call nobody old, but look on Shelley. Look on Kim Collins at 40, that man PR.
The dopamine spike, you mentioned about that. That start from the younger level coming up into high school, boys and girls champ. Why you have an issue with it though?
Alright.
How negative do you see it affect the sports?
Alright, so like, I say like this whole thing, people don't understand that track and field is also a business, right? So you don't have to even be on the track or in the field for actually turn this thing into a business. But what you have to have is that you have to have a solid education, right? You have to be degreed. You have to have something behind you. So a lot of these people are legit just thinking about like how, well, the children are thinking about how me can hype on somebody or how me can look better or who have the most care or blah, blah, blah. But man, there's all that is temporary. Because you have other people who are do this thing or who are at the highest level and right now, like them wish them could have go back and actually take their money and put it in somewhere make sense, right? So, in high school, when I go to make a trip, you make a Jamaica trip, this is like, talking about my point of view. You go to make a first trip or whatever, you say, oh my God, you travel the world now, you get a little stipend or whatever. But that's the team thing, you get a little stipend, nothing major, but you know, as a child, like you're saying, a big deal to you, you can buy a clocks. Them little simple things, like simple things like that. No, people are see up on TV. The only thing you have to focus on during that period is how to get back on TV, how to get back on team. You can think about how, if you're going to get how much subject you're going to get.
Oh, so basically it comes with the analogy when you say if you want to learn how to chop a good tree, it take 5 hours.
I am telling you, but we know, but what happens is that the only thing you have to focus on is to get back on TV, get back on a team, and the only thing I would get girl and them thing there. So you just have to think about the upside. But remember I say you go to school. You got to think about how to get good grades. Good grades are bring up on TV. Good grades are, well, probably, no, good grades not bring up. You probably get a feature in a CXC, like when they get the highest mark, but that like just somebody mentioning their name. Right? But when they up on TV, I perform and people see your face and say, oh, girls say, oh my God, I him that. And then you Calabar, you know, say, JC, man, but you know, we don't know about JC, but then you Calabar, Epauletter, you have a Calabar tie, and you walk with your chest high now. You think, say, you're going to start thinking about education?
So, after that period, then most of them just drop off.
Most of them just think.
Can't matriculate to.
Yeah, because people have to find out ways to drop them in a club and ready to get them back, but no, that's just one door. You see, when you go to now, you have your 6 year keep and then go UE or university abroad or wherever you want to go. Now you have a chance to get a degree, a 2-door that now you have. So you can make money from this track and field thing, plus you can operate in the real world. As I said before, this whole sporting thing is just a period of time. Right?
Yeah.
So when me go to now, boom, and you done, what you going to do? Unless you do something that makes sense with your money, you probably have to go find your way back at school. When you go to now, you have about like 36, 37, 38. You go back at school 1 month, a little penny. Right?
You miss the period you're supposed to
miss the period. You can legit do the same thing now. You know, having a good team. Right? Having somebody will make sense. I go tell you, say, yo, even though you do this, whatever, since we know say school, all right, I'm not going to say, yo, the only way out is this education thing, because not everybody can do it. How we teach our people, primary, right? So is me tell you and you regurgitate. Like, it don't work for everybody. And everybody just can sit down in a room and, you know, like you talk to me and I say, I understand.
Yeah.
The way me learn at you, I can't sit down to them. So I used to do, I'm a talker, right? When we used to get the books to read or whatever, I just read like the summary. When I read the summary, I go and say, all right, cool. I have one Mongolian friend who love read. I just bring them together and say, all right, cool. Where you learn, where you get from this, where you get from you. By the time I'm done, I have like 3 solid theories.
I can tell you're very passionate about this, Fedrick, because you experienced it first and you're the amongst person that have the potential, but they didn't have
But the reason why I am like this is because I had like good people behind me. But they have a coach like, what I tell you, say, you know, like normally when they get like report their like school, you're afraid to bring your parents, afraid to bring a coach, because that man line you up, you know, from Dunces to Bright. No, man, I say you have a line up, you know, you have to go show him a report card and them things there, and you have to explain why you don't say so, you know. I have to say, you're collaborating, right? Me have to say, yo, you're back at the class, you know, but me have to say, yo, like, we go some harder. No, we know, say, yo, we have to go from harder because, all right, cool, you have the lowest average, you going first. You next.
So
go up to the bright. Because, hey,
you know, the part of the clique.
All right, the first time meeting in a track and field, my first year, I make every team I could have make. That was the first youth Olympian. Go youth Olympics and once I come second at the final. Carved a record holder. But I have an average, I must say. Was it 36? What you mean? When I focus
So
on
even
school.
though you have that great accomplishment.
Yeah. But me I show you,
know. Fix up.
Average 36. This is when me I go in, I must say 11th grade, 5th form. That's when I started like, going into. Man goes like Michael goes and see my average and the man say, yo, rest.
Take your
time, man. Yeah, man. You need to get up your grades. The man tell me, say, yo, no, this is me going into like CXE and that. So I'm done the first semester, 36 average. The man tell me, say, yo, if I get my average up, like if I get my average over 70 by the time the next grade, I just waste the first semester already, so I don't know nothing from this, so, right? Second semester, the man tell me, say, if I get my average over 70, I don't do track and field. I say, but sir, I do this, but I do good here, so the man say, yeah, man, you're good, man. If you don't get it, you're done.
You have to have a balance.
Yeah, done.
But many persons
let me show you you're gonna. Let me show you you're gonna. Me think me never did know nothing until my back against the wall. Said the man cut me. Me a star now. In my mind, me a star. He can't cut me. The man tell me, say, yo, me nah come back. 77 average.
You find a way and do it.
You can find a way. I show you, say, yo, you see which bar you get the energy from, and they say, I go put it, right? The man tell me, say, if I never bring up my grades, I'm not going to do it. I realize I want to do this, so I get up the average. I mean, believe me, I'm telling you, that man would have cut me if I didn't even get 69.9999. High school, that 11th grade. So I have CXE if you do, and I say with a 36 average, I'm not going to win. Man tell me, say, yo, youth.
Basically save your life.
Man say, youth, if you don't do it like this. See him so they in UA University, you have to report to that man. But mother and everything, you don't say your mother I go support her, your mother hard about it. I say, yo, this is like a coach, this is like a getaway, you know. So the track and field thing was a getaway from your mother, you know. If that man nah allow you you can't say you have to legit bring up your grades.
So how important was it to have that type of figure in your life as a mentor, a male masculine figure?
I'm telling you, like, I had my dad until about 2010, right? And actually, funny enough, 2010 was the year I started track and field, right? So, having a solid, not even a father figure, but a solid person in your life change people, you know. Like me, I talk about like Croft with man who like destined for dunce like bat, you know. Just because them have somebody who believe in them and say, yo, you do this, whatever. You're afraid to see how them change. Me see man change. So, it's not just being an athlete or whatever. The support staff need to, up them game too. You know what I mean? Because if you want a future for your youth, you can't just depend on them legs or them body. Because when all is said and done, you must get old, you know. You must slow down, you know. So what you going to do after that? As I say, school not have to be the way, you know, but you have to find a way. Yeah.
So you see that change happening now in the school system, the coach, they're encouraging the student to, focus on. I realize
that like quite a few, like in terms of like the matriculation rate of athletes now, way more. You realize in track and field now, majority of these athletes are degreed. Yeah, I can't even say majority, don't quote me on that. A good amount of these athletes are degreed.
Especially from the big clubs.
Yeah, I can say all of my guys in my team are degreed. Right? So it's just, you have to have sense. Simple. If you don't have sense, people are going to take your money.
Because even with sports, there's a period for competing, right? What are you going to do after?
Yeah,
so
but
you have to work, go into the real world, as I say, and participate. But if you just sit down,
but that's what I'm show you. I'm just say, if you don't have sense, people are taking your money. People are taking your idiot. People are going to send you places where you're not even know what's in the name.
Even when you're winning, you get the money, you get the sponsorship. Circle around
is very important. You have to know if a legit go and say, yo, all right, cool.
How to invest.
Yeah, how to invest. Is it? Things like that. But you have to have good people around you.
The team.
You have to know how to read people. Although you're not even knowing.
But Fedrick, when you reach at a top level, most time people are introduced to you as you move along the ladder. It's not like you didn't have a background check of them and who they were from ground root. Man, you reach Olympian level, you start getting introduced to this angle, we start telling you what to do, how to go about doing certain type of things. There's not much you can know about them.
Yeah, that's so true.
Sometimes by even your circle.
That is so true. But even like, not trying to bring that situation, even the both situation.
Yeah, man.
You just don't know.
So you feel that way?
No, as in like, me I say, that man is the pinnacle at track and field. Now.
Definitely.
That is that man full of sense or whatever, blah, blah, blah. But you don't know what people are
I
doing.
think Jamaica can give both the ratings with what he has done for the
sport. Jamaican people are the worst set of people. No offense. Jamaica, worst set of people, man. Me have to say, let me tell you. With the Olympics, this is like, no, man, this man is a king, man. You have to give this man, with the Olympics, be a star. Be a star. Like, me talk about, like, this is my first Olympics, 2016. First Olympics, me I see, like, actually how this thing go. We got a village, we reach a village. Athletes are move like this I like about the people, like the top of them game, I move like paparazzi, Me I talk about like everybody I try to bomb rush them, man.
The main star.
No, like me I say no, man. Like me I say like my thing is that me I say LeBron James, Kevin Durant, them people that were meeting say you're a big star. The man them walk past and both the man could not leave him room. And me I say, whoa. Me never did realize how big this man be. Yo, Jamaica, let me show you. This man we walk past people and them go like them not see him. In Jamaica.
Yeah.
That man cannot walk anywhere else.
I think that's why I saw for now
right?
Venture and feel about that.
Johan, me have to say, Johan can't walk like anywhere else but Jamaica comfortable. Even me feel it. I mean, I say, me not reach them man the level. When me there Europe, believe when me tell you, people want to pull me here and them and grab me up and me have to get security for walk through. Right? At Jamaica, me just walk in, man. Nobody know me. They could have looked me in my face and say, what a big youth there. And you want to throw you. I say, yeah man, walk one youth. Most me again.
So we relate to both team now. I don't know much about the issue, but the investment
I can't tell you. I can't tell you.
Coming in and you have to put it somewhere.
Yeah, no, but he did the right thing. There's nothing, he had nothing, like, you can't tell me something, put whatever right there, so, and me know so somebody I take it out.
That makes sense.
Me do the right thing when me supposed to, me do everything good for my side, and somebody I thief my money, me can't do nothing about that. And plus, them man, they full of accounts and whatever, so you gotta legit look through everything. You can't know. It's just the unfortunate. And me genuinely hope the man get back his money.
Yeah, I hope.
Yeah, man.
Have to.
Yeah. But me I tell you, man, like, as I say, me see the man walk places. Me see, let me get a story. This is like a funny story. Where they are you, this is almost my first year, right? The man want to go buy something like, Chancellor, Chancellor there, right beside the Chancellor is the KFC. The parking lot there. Me see the man go in a park. And say, yo, miss, do me a favor. I can run go over this and collect something and come back. I'm going to collect food and come back and carry. I see a security. No! No park here! So I say, yo.
Oh, the security at the
Yeah, security at the unit, man. I say, yo, like, that's crazy. No, me don't care who you be. You could have been you. Just call me. You could have been you. You could have been you, see,
she's not doing that. You see,
she didn't know. She knows even after the fact. You see, as somebody else say, say, yo, he is the name where you just call, right? Oh. When you say can't park your car, my boss say you're not supposed to park here, and I say not park. I say, miss, boy, you're cool like ice, man. I know say your boss would have see with you if you say, yo, you make the big man park your and go collect you, whatever. But me I say, yo, but that are the Jamaican people, though. Hey, no matter how you big, you're not bigger than me, Like, no matter who you name, you're not bigger than me. But man, that's the culture. I appreciate that in a way because you got comfort. Humbly real quick, man. If you feel like you're smart, man, go talk to a Jamaican. then we know if you like, come, they don't know you. Believe me, they could have looked on your beard, so I don't know you, sir. Things like that, I just find it funny. But yeah, man, like, hey.
So for athletes, is there enough sponsorship to encourage people to do what you do? Otherwise than literally running?
Yeah. There is, but alright. So while running might get away with things we can. The reason why we weren't being sponsored are like the throws are big are not, throws aren't as big in Jamaica as they are now. It's because whenever they win.
Oh.
Simple. I say you oversimplify. If you win, people see you. Win, people see you. Win, sponsors see you, right? Mm-hmm. You have to legit provide something. Mm-hmm. You can't just go. You know what I mean? The reason why sprinters and runners they get whatever is because they were producing. Mm-hmm. And it just said it was during the era, like during our greatest era.
True.
Yeah, so like you can't complain. Do what you're supposed to do and you get sponsorship. It's harder, but it can be done.
So the sponsors, they come to you or you have agents that try to solicit them?
Alright, sponsors, alright, when you're doing what you're supposed to do and winning, sponsors will come to you.
Doing what you're supposed to do?
Yeah, because we're here to win. We're here to, results. It's a result oriented. Like, if you're not winning, what may I talk to you for? And I it's more like, what have you done for me lately? So no matter if they do whatever, what you do for me now, right? But I understand that people are bitter because they feel that, certain people are getting sponsored more than certain, whatever. But it is what it is. We got to force somebody's hand. Just do what you're supposed to do. Yeah, just do what you're supposed to do. Jamaica don't really. Alright, I just believe that Jamaica is not good in terms of like marketing.
Capitalize on what is already there.
So even majority of the athletes now are not sponsored by corporate Jamaica. Right? They have entities in corporate Jamaica now, they just don't know how to market you. That's why they don't approach you.
Or they feel like you're going to require a lot of money from them.
That as well, but I just think it's just poor marketing. They just don't know how to market. Right? So despite them have like the best, alright, just giving an example. You have the strongest guy. Did Sir could have come there and say, yo, strong connection?
Oh yeah, true.
Right? Flo could have come there and say, strong connection. Even Fasca. So, oh my God, this is the reason why, it builds strength, blah, 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 supplement, blah, blah, things like that. Yeah, take advantage of what the person do. Yeah. They just don't know how to market.
True.
Right? So, majority of the guys that I've spoken to, like, myself, yeah, they might eat that. No offense. They might eat that. No offense. But man, I said, I've been with guys, I talk to my friend and my man, I say, yo, these are guys who, marketing majors and that. Man, I say, yo, market a penny for me. It's a pen. That's it.
Add some substance.
Them don't know how fake, but these are the people who end up in a corporate Jamaica. Now I said them I learn, but during the period where they are you, I never say you could have do it, but you did it. You degree. So but yeah, I just feel like they don't know how to market well.
So high school level, not many schools provide the facility for a person to tap into their potential. You see that trying to change, you see the educational ministry trying to change, or the sports ministry trying to improve that. There's certain school, if you want to be the best of the best, you have to go to.
Yeah, I agree totally. I remember at one point they were trying to ban this transfer thing. I think that's awful. That's going to kill the sport, right? Apologies. Let me give you a prime example. Kai Chan, a world junior champion, right? He was at Titchfield, was a nobody. Transferred to Calabar. Within that same year, he became world junior champion.
For the exposure.
Yeah, exposure, unlocked potential, coaching, all of that. Just the environment alone. Change your life. Probably if he never did come Calabar, probably a farm. No disrespect to farming.
No disrespect. But
but I'm just saying, that's an athlete and that's a farmer. Right? So your system whole life just switched because he switched school. So yeah.
How important it is to make the right choices in decision making, career pathway. Have a plan, be disciplined to execute, having the right person, all of that.
Yeah, man, of course, all that is important. Remember, I say you are the sum total of the people you are around, Honestly. You think a thief can be around one Mongla thief? No, sorry. An honest man can be around one bungalow thief.
I know, my thief. Unless he wasn't.
Yeah, he was.
Can't be honest.
Like, you can't be honest and they run thief.
Yeah.
What you and the thief are talking about?
Yeah.
To them say don't do it? That's But I'm saying like your circle, as your circle is very important. You have to be very aware of who you're letting in the inner circle. Because you have a circle and then you have an inner circle. Careful of who you have in the inner circle. Because you don't know people true heart and all that.
Is there in-field competition though? Amongst athletes?
Like,
now people feel like one person is being promoted for the sports compared to the others.
of course, but that's just human nature. If I not get attention, I go crave it. So like, you have to, obviously, you're gonna start making comparison. I mean, feel like comparison are the killer of happiness. You know? Just work in the darkness, like don't watch what people have, honestly, because it not affect you. But yeah, as in like people, feel like they've done enough and blah blah blah. But I'm saying you can't force nobody's hand. Most you can do is just work.
How COVID affected sportsmanship during that period?
All right, so during COVID, the period, it was very hard for athletes, well, mainly on the Western Hemisphere, because in Europe, they were still competing because it come like COVID never did happen. So, we were on this side and, someone was opted to end the season and actually wait out the time period. I was one of those. But a lot of people felt like, the Europeans got ahead because they could compete and did everything freely during that period. Because remember, so we had lockdown, so we couldn't go out and even work out and all that and blah, blah, blah. So that was, an issue, but we got back. So, all that, no water under the bridge.
Looking forward, what's on the calendar?
I think we have 4 hard years. So
4?
Yeah. So last year was world champs. Last year was world champs. This year is world champs. Next year is Olympics, and after that is the world champs. So 4 hard years in terms of like championships. Normally we would have a break. You know what I mean? Nowadays a break like a Commonwealth break years. So no hard year and stuff like that. So 4 hard years.
Is that to make up for the period missed?
Yeah, so because remember 2020 was Olympics, right? But that was held in 2021. So they're trying to reset the calendar. So yeah.
Just more work.
Yeah, that's a work. Yeah, but you have 4 years to be a world champion, and
so
all
Fedrick, when you decide in terms of family planning and stuff like that? Yeah, I get pressured for.
What I will say, I keep my personal life personal.
Definitely. So, final message to those listening, those who, in the field of athletic, and, they want to think that it's just the athletic poise going to take them further. But you're basically telling them they have to balance it with education, networking, the right circle, and mental sharpness. Final message.
Just work, big man. That's it.
Push it in.
Yeah, that's it. Just work.
Any social media angles? You can
I guess I use Instagram. I really use promotion and all that, but not really. But Fedrick Dacres, like Fedrick Dacres. That's it. I can remember saying, okay, cool. On Twitter, I'm Fedrick Dacres. On TikTok, Fedrick Dacres, and just Instagram, Fedrick Dacres. Just type in Fedrick Dacres.
All right, cool. So we'll sign off. All right.
Time protection.